Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're looking at some 18mm AB Napoleonics. So they are, I say it because people say, what's AB? AB was a brand sculpted by Anthony Barton, and he later sold them to Eureka, I believe. I'm getting this right. So they're Eureka 18mm, but those of us that paint this particular style of Napoleonic figure know them as AB. They also do some World War II and a very few American Civil War and things like that. But basically, it's Napoleonics and World War II really, and we just know them as AB. Those of us that paint them. This isn't a commission. I've painted these to sell, but I was just basing. I finished the last commission I was on, and I was just going through the basing stages. So I picked these out of my pile because I hadn't done any ABs for a while, and I bought these either just before the start of the plague or just after, and it's just taken that long for me to get them done. Only a small unit. I painted them in non-metallic metal. As I say, I'm going around in circles already. 18mm. They're called Mamelukes. Did I even say that? I don't think I did. I'm not sure. I'm really tired. Don't sleep. 18mm Mamelukes. Now, what happened was the Napoleon defeated the Egyptians, and then we defeated Napoleon. But he raised a unit of these Mamelukes in his service. I've painted them. I've only cribbed all this off the internet. I've got no books on the subject, so it's only what I've seen pictures of and read. So take this with a grain of salt, or uniform wise. But the trousers are red, usually as a standard. Boots could be any colour. The jackets and the vest habit, no, whatever. Anyway, they could be any colour, which is what attracted me to doing them. Just because there's a lot of variance in it. The hats went from green to red, and I can't remember for the life of me off the top of my head what this. It's been a hard few days. What this hat is. Going like this, yeah. I should just be pointing them. Right. Before we go any more into the uniforms, why don't we actually look at the figures so you can actually understand what the hell I'm saying. So let's go down to the bench and take a look. Right, guys, I will give you a close-up of these in a minute. Because you're thinking, how far away are they? Is Gav's desk that big? And funny you should say that, because I have some really teeny tiny ones coming just as a tryout for something different, but we'll cross that bridge on another video. So let's just take some up so we can have a look. Can we, Gav? I've done some not head swaps, but I've taken some heads off these guys, as you can see. In fact, these three probably actually may well all, but that one definitely is, and that one is. I'm not sure about that one. Basically, all the riders were looking forward, and I just wanted to have a bit of variety. I wasn't going to go into trying, because of the way these are cast, obviously, into the bodies, removing arms and that, you know, just to maybe hold the reins lower down and things. It's just, there's, for what I wanted, which was to paint something up for a bit different and then sell them, I wasn't going to go that far down. But I have taken some heads off, put some pins in them, and then replaced them, just turning the heads slightly. Given all the horse tack, so that the reins and all that are different colours from what I could see and what I was reading. I've used a carmine red on the actual saddlecloths, and that they got blunderbusses. They look metal to me rather than brass, so that's what I've done them as. Yeah, these guys, the earlier ones had green hats and they went over to the red. I've reddened the cheek, they're very tiny face. I've reddened the cheeks up here a bit just to give them a bit more definition when they stood back. Again, the colours are being robbed. Actually, there is some highlights and lowlights and shadows and all the rest of it in the trousers. They're not just that block red. They're only on bottle tops for me to hold, and I've got to give them one more blow over with another coat of varnish. but I'll be doing that tomorrow. But this is the only time I've got to do this particular video for this one. Tough straw by me. I did think of putting them on some rocks in there, but these are on General de Brigade type bases. I think the 40 by 30s, and I just thought, no, the tufts work well when you use that many tufts. It looks more natural, I believe. So yeah, that's the one. Again, with the bright lights I'm using, they're taking a lot of the colours off them. A lot of them had. I've seen some where they're wearing all the same type of colour sash, like a blue sash. I've seen others where they're using more like the Arabic style. I just went all with the blue in the end because I didn't want to do lots of varying colours amongst all the other varying colours. It would just be completely lost. It was more, if you do something like that, it's like a hard edge defines top and bottom and things. I mean, I know what I'm on about. Scabbards, again, I saw a whole host of different colours, so I've mainly done a couple of tans and mainly blacks. Again, you can't really see the non-metallic metal. I will put some photographs up at the end. I like to give them one last, well, I give them 2 coats of varnish anyway, but I like to do a first coat, what I call the handling coat, so I can handle the figures without taking paint off them. Then I stick them down, do all the sanding, tufting, whatever, and then give them another go over with because I use an airbrush, go over again with the varnish, because then that just, it takes off that slightly static shine that a lot of the static graphs have. Although in Wargaming it's not really, it's more for, probably more for that for dioramas and display figures, but I still do it. Helps, and also helps keep the tufts in place. And I paint black around the edges, although the edges are quite dark anyway. I paint them black just to give them like I call it like a picture frame type thing. As I say, the lights, as usual, I'm probably going a bit too heavy with the lights. Let's get our command element out. Again, the non-metallic does show up a bit better under different lights. But as I say, I've always wanted to paint some Mamelukes for some unaccountable reason, and I have. I've actually got another commission. I'm just starting painting some modern figures which the client has graciously okayed me showing off on social media. So I'll be showing those once I've got a couple of figures done. I'll go through what they are and all the rest of it, but I've got those to do. But after that, an old client that I did the Saxon commission for good few years ago now, and I did some guns for him early last year, I believe, made up of spares from his old commission. He's commissioned me to do a brigade of Old Guard in 18mm, so you'll be seeing a lot more of these little fellas. I've got some chasseurs of the guard and grenadiers of the guard to do. So there we go, guys. Just sort of give those a show off, because I say they have got one more coat to go on them, but that was quite an enjoyable little project. That, as I say, didn't take too long for me, for a change. To say, in fact, obviously, if you were doing a unit in uniform, a solid uniform, it would take you probably less. It's just obviously you've got a hell of a lot of colours going on. So as I say, I've done a couple of bright greens, a couple of dark greens, a couple of violety purples, obviously yellows and blues, commander in white. I gave the commander a white plume, which is fairly standard in most French units. I don't know if he did have a white plume or not. So, but I've gone for white. So guys, there you go. I'll be putting these up for sale hopefully in the next few days to help pay for other stuff if they sell. So look after yourselves, and we will catch each other very soon. We've got up and coming videos. I'm slowly pootling away on me 1 in 48 scale Starfighter. I've got, again, nothing really to show on that, and I'm not really interested in showing that until I've actually got some what I call decent progress on it, just so it's not boring the pants off you. We've got Vietnam figures. In fact, let's just get one down. Not completely finished yet, but we've got Vietnam on the go. That's lead wire. It's a bit too. We'll go into that. It's a bit too thick, really, for that. Should have used my paintbrush. Isn't what I was going to. But I've got my Native American radio operator signaler. But yeah, so we've got 8 of those on the go. Those 4 are more or less done. I've got 4 more that are almost complete as well. I'm just waiting for bases, war bases. Hopefully, I only ordered them yesterday, and their war bases are pretty good. They normally get to you within a few days. But yeah, so once I've got those based, or I might do a video depending on how long the bases get to me. I might do a video just showing them off before I base them. I don't know yet. But I've also ordered another 12 from Empress, just because I enjoy painting them. They're all going to be sold off at some stage. It's just Vietnam is a period of history that I'm fairly interested in, and I think these are fantastic sculpts, and I just really enjoy painting them. It takes me a while because I just paint them as and when I've got 5 minutes, but you know, it's as I say, it's a period of, well, it's funny history. I was actually born in the Tet Offensive, in the middle of the Tet Offensive, or the start of the Tet Offensive. Not obviously in Vietnam, but yeah, history now. But yeah, so we got those on the go. As I say, you'll be seeing some modern soldiers, as in conflicts of today. They will be starting to be having a video maybe towards the end of the week. You know, obviously the client's got to see them first, but yeah, we'll see how far we get with those, and then, as I say, when the ABs hit the deck after I finish that one, there'll be four big units of French Old Guard to be painted, plus the brigade commander and all that. So that'll be good. And I've also got another little side project in Wargames figures that I'm yet to actually make a purchase. I bought the bases at the same time as I got these other bases, but I haven't actually bought the figures. But I thought I'd give them. It's something I've not done before, so I thought I'd give them a go as well. So we'll see that as it happens. Oh, and there'll be probably some more 3D printing. I'm trying to pluck up courage to buy. There's a guy that's got a 3D printed Ontos for 28mm Vietnam, which was a small trap vehicle with about 6 recoilless rifles on, and I'm just wondering, do I have the willpower to actually print that off and give that a go for the Vietnam figures. And some there's a guy that's also doing some 1 in 56 scale, so Vietnam War vehicles. He's got a Kickstarter. I won't be joining it. I don't do Kickstarters, but and I don't know if my build plate is big enough to handle a 1 in 56 vehicle, but of the scale of a APC or an M40. But he's as something to get people in. He's doing a recoilless rifle for free, which is up now, and I will be printing that down. So I'll be printing a few of them off, and we'll see what they print up like. Right, guys, I'm waffling. Look after yourselves. I hope everything's going well with you. There will be, at some stage, I keep saying I'll be doing a few, I ain't saying tutorials, but they are probably, I suppose, but just me painting the odd figure maybe. It's still going ahead. It's just as and when I have the inclination and the willpower to do it. I had to push that last commission off over the line, you know, get it done, which is why there's been not as many. Normally Gav will put 2 or 3 videos up in a week, but I just needed to get dug in on those. So there may well be something like that coming up. To Mamara Chris, who wanted me to show him some non-metallic metal. These guys are obviously non-metallic metal, but there's not a lot on show really. It's just swords and stirrups and a bit of brass work. So I will try and get something done on an AB. I just don't have any things like AB cuirassiers or anything like that in my stockpile, believe it or not. But I will try and get something like that done for you. It's just as and when. And Steve Sanford, Mamara over in Ireland. When I do those recoilless rifles, if they come up okay, I'll obviously get you sorted for that if you fancy one. Yeah, that's about it. So guys, look after yourselves, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.